This is the Corey and Eddie Show with Corey Harper and Eddie Ramos.
Start us off now. Let's see what we get into.
All right, so I'm starting this one off, Corey. But you said earlier that you didn't get to tell a story from whenever you went back. Yeah, you something else happened at the comedy store or the comedy club.
Shit, I wish the comedy store.
I wish.
Maybe one day. No, yeah, I did forget to tell a story there. It's not a big deal. It's not a very long story, but my redemption show, I signed up, and then I was looking at the list, right, and they put me kind of further back, and I was like, oh, is it because I bombed? And,
oh man,
I was sitting there staring at it, and the owner came up, and she was like, and she looked at me, and I was like, she's like, where are you at? And I was like, right here, and I pointed at it, and I looked all disappointed, and she goes, oh, and she goes, oh, sorry about that. She's like, I'm bad with names, and you're kind of new, so like, I know who you are, but she goes, but she erased it, and then she moved me up like a lot better spot.
Nice.
That's not the story. That's not.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. So I had gotten moved up already, right? And I was like, okay, cool. It's a much better time. It's not too late. And so I was chilling. I was talking to another comedian, one of the guys that works for the comedy club too, and I was talking about some of my jokes. We were just talking about some of our jokes and just bullshitting or whatever. And then it was like prime time spot at this point of the night. This is where like, their favorites go on, whatever. And I guess somebody they couldn't find somebody, and they were I wasn't really paying attention. I was talking to him, and then all of a sudden I get a tap from the owner, Linda, and it was like, Corey, you ready to go on right? You want to go on right now? I was like, whoa. Out of all the comedians that are standing around, she goes, Corey, you want to go on right now? I was like, and it kind of caught me off guard. She goes, I know I caught you off guard, but, and I was like, yeah, I can. I was like, I was kind of like, my nerves kind of got to me, I was like, oh shit, I haven't been prepared. Usually I sit there by myself before I'm about to go on. I know what time I'm about to go on.
Shit,
and I'm like, and I'm like, I kind of start running through my intro a little bit, I'll run through it, and I was just caught off guard. And I was like, I'll do it. I'm ready to go. And they were running around all frantic trying to look for that person. And I was like, and she's like, you want to go? I was like, yeah. I mean, I guess I can go. And she goes, oh wait, we found him right here. I was like, oh, shit. And she goes, but. She goes, I wanted you to go on, but she said I wanted to test you at the same time. She said, this is gonna help you at different. She said this is gonna help you at different clubs. Whenever she goes, if any of the clubs, she goes, if they tell you need to go on now, if they want you to go on now because somebody's missing, just say yes.
Okay.
Just say yes, I'll do it. And I was like, she goes, I know I caught you off guard and everything like that, but she said just say yes next time. I'll make you look really good. And she's like, we know you're good and everything like that. And I was like, I was prepared. I was prepared to go. And she goes, I know you were. But,
nice.
Just keep that in mind. Yeah. But it made me feel good that she came to me and tapped me on the shoulder. She wanted me to do it.
Yeah, she tested you.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
Yeah. So she obviously wants you to like to succeed, and that's why she tested you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, out of all, she could have picked any other one of the other comedians, but yeah, it was pretty cool. It made me feel good, you know.
Yeah, no, of course. Awesome. Yeah,
you know? Dude, I would have done it, but it would have been real nerve wracking because, you know, it's a prime spot, and I wasn't really prepared. I hadn't prepared myself yet. I told her, you know, I prepare more than most of these people do. A lot of these people prepare while they're there. I prepare all fucking week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you're supposed to, you know.
Yeah, you do.
So, because I go up there, I don't use my notes. I got some buddies that use notes and stuff, which is fine. A lot of people use notes and, you know, look down at their phone if they don't have. You know, we've talked about that before, but I memorize my shit.
Yeah.
I make a real set, you know. So, like, not saying that they're not good or anything for doing that. I know they're just trying new stuff or whatever, but you know, I prepare all week, so I was like, I'm prepared. You just caught me off guard. I was in this conversation over here, then all of a sudden I'm gonna go.
Yeah, because you like have to get into character. You have to get into it's because when you get into characters, when you start knowing how to deliver your timing and everything, man, well, at least you passed the test.
I guess I kind of halfway passed the test because I said, yeah, I'll do it. I was like, I guess, yeah, I'll do it. And, you know, it was I was frantic and they were frantic for at least, I'd have to say, 3 to 4 minutes. And I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit.
And you just said yes.
Huh?
You just said yes, which is always the best thing to do.
Yeah. Well, I should have said, she told me to just say yes. Don't say, I guess I will, or, you know, give me a second or anything. Just say yes.
Yeah.
And then just do it. But I was, you know, it's kind of hard whenever, you know, you're not prepared, for that situation, but.
Yeah, it seems like you have to be ready now all the time. Like you have to be on alert the entire time you're at the venue.
I am. I'm gonna have to be. I'm ready to do it though. I'm ready to fucking do it, man.
Hell yeah.
I'm ready to do this fucking shit. You know?
And what if they're like, hey, Corey, the guy after you bailed out. You think you can do another extra 3 minutes?
Shit, I could do an extra 3 minutes.
Yeah, see? You have your material, man, so then you can just be like, hey, I got you. I got some material. Yeah. Don't worry. I'll fill in the spot. Ooh, man, they will love you, man.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm just loving it. So I don't know if I'm going to go this way. I got to work late every day this week, man. I got to make some money to get caught up on bills and shit, man. So I'm going to have to stay. Yeah. Have to try to stay till at least 6 or 7, and I don't know if I'll make it in time, and I won't be prepared. I'm just kind of, and I'm trying to work on some new stuff as well. So I don't know if I'll be able to go on this week or not. I might just do it anyway. But I have to. The only thing is I have to show up late.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
What if you did it like every 2 weeks?
Nah, I want to do it every week, but
okay.
You know, a lot of these guys, they'll do it they'll do 5 shows a fucking week.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. You get your practice in. You get helps you with your not stage fright, but your jitters. Yeah, man.
I don't really have as much stage fright as everybody else, though.
Yeah, I mean,
that's my only thing. You know, a lot of them do, and you can tell if they have the stage fright. I don't really. I still move around, and you know, I don't have as much stage fright as they do. So I just need to get my bits right. I need to write some new jokes that are just killer. Just have a good killer 10 minutes, you know, that I can just throw out there whenever.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Oh man, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got it, man.
Yeah, you know, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I got this one now that I'm talking about. I got at work. Okay, the water fountain. I just now came up with it like today, and I was laughing my ass off. It's just the image in my head, so I don't have it down completely. But some of these guys, man, some people don't give a shit, and people They're monsters, man. I was gonna go get a drink at the water fountain. Guy right in front of me, and he started sucking this thing down. It was like, boom, 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 and I was like, what the hell is going on there? He was destroying the damn thing. The machine looked like it was breathing. He was sucking all the damn water out. You would have thought he just came out of the Sahara Desert. He was sucking this thing down. I went to use it, and I pressed the button, and dust came out. I pressed the button, and the machine said, "Anybody got any water?"
I like that one.
You know, because just the sound of it. Killing the damn
Dude,
machine.
man. Remember when kids would put their mouths over it?
Oh, God, yeah.
Dang, man.
Shit.
Man, see, I'm glad to hear, man. You're always just, every time I talk to you, you just have some new material.
Yeah, man, and I got one I talk about when I'm in line at the store, which I posted on Facebook a thing about it, like when the guy behind you gets too close. You ever have a guy in line at the store that gets too damn close? You know, his breath, you know, I'm not a very tall guy, so the breath is wafting over my hair, and my hair is waving at the cashier. It's going back and forth. And what do you got to do in that situation? You got to turn around and give him that, hey, man, back up look. With my luck, I do the turnaround, and he does that at the same time with his hand. He basically blow darts his breath into my mouth. It tasted like hot dog, chili cheese dog with extra onion, and I tasted, oh, God.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. I couldn't talk for a moment there.
So that's all I got on those. I'm just kind of trying to figure those out, but you know, it's like I always got a situation somewhere.
You just can't escape it.
Can't escape it, man.
Oh man, I like that one. And I can imagine you acting it out too. Is what's gonna add to it.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. You like the chili?
Yeah, I liked it.
Chili cheese dog with extra onion. He blow darted it right in my
Blow darted it. That's a good one, man. Oh man, that's good, man. So you're going back Thursday?
Like I said, if I have time, you know.
Yeah.
I'd really like to maybe not go back this Thursday. I want to go, man. What? I was thinking, if I might not. If I don't, I might go this Thursday. I might not. Just depends. But I definitely want to go because you know I do a lot of things myself. So I want to go on Saturday and check out the real shows on the weekend.
Yeah.
And see how that works out.
Right. How
you know?
long until,
just to show them. Just to show him, you know, like, cause, you know, like he's coming up here on the weekends, you know, and he just loves it, man. He loves to come up here and hang out and talk and check out the comedy. Cause I've talked to a lot of the comedians, they don't ever like watch anybody else. They'll do their thing and they'll go home and they don't really watch anybody else, and they don't come on the weekends and watch other comedians. I just like to go see a comedy and be around it.
Yeah, it's your world.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't think a lot of them see it like that.
I think they just do it like, I just want to go up there and feel good about myself. But you're hungry. You want to see what else you can do.
Yeah, man. You know? I would
That's
love
crazy.
for them to give me a 10-minute set on the weekend or something.
I was about to ask, how long until they start letting you do that? Open up for weekend shows?
I don't know. I guess I got to get a little better, but I'm getting closer, man. I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Getting closer.
Are any of the guys that you do open mic night, have they opened up on weekend shows, for weekend shows?
No, not yet. Not yet. No.
Yeah.
But man, I'm just striving for it. That's what I want. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna go up there this weekend. For sure, I'm gonna go up there probably Saturday night, and I'm just gonna go hang out and check it out. Because I already know the owners of the fucking place and a lot of the people. I'm sure there'll be some of the main people that help run it. I can hang out and talk to and just go watch and see what they got going on. You know.
Yeah. Man, and then I know they. I mean, it sounds like the owners already just like you a lot already.
Yeah, they do, man. Yeah, they do. I think they do. They act like they do a lot. Yeah. So.
That's
and the
that's
people
awesome.
that work there and help run it do. And they know my name now, so I think I already said that when I was like, "Hey, yeah, sign me up next Thursday," and they already know. We already got you down. You know, they don't
Yeah.
even have to tell them my name or anything.
That's awesome, bro. Man,
Yeah, it's cool, man. But we were gonna talk about the fight.
yeah, man. Did you watch it?
I did watch it. You didn't see the pictures on Facebook? I didn't post them, but somebody else posted them.
Oh.
Me and Cheeto and Dustin after the fight.
Oh no, yeah, no. I actually I haven't been on Facebook that much lately.
Oh man.
So.
So. Okay, you want to start out?
I'm sure you
Did you
felt
watch
the way
it?
I felt. Yeah, I watched it live.
I watched it too, man. I went to Cheeto's house and he had a projector set up outside.
Oh
He had a
damn.
bunch of beer and alcohol and food. He made a bunch of flautas and all kinds of beans, like authentic Mexican rice and all kinds of shit, man.
Ooh, man.
So we ate it up and we drank, man. And,
That sounds good.
Yeah, it was great.
Until.
So the fights before were pretty good too. I don't remember any of their names.
Oh yeah, man. So the one right before the main event, the black kid that fought the Costa Rican, the black kid, his name is Gervonta
Yeah.
Davis.
When he got hit in the back of the head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gervonta, the black kid, he's Mayweather's protege.
That's right, that's
whatever
right.
you say.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
fight, man. He had the TMT stuff on. Yeah.
Yeah, and
He lost, didn't he?
No, actually, he won. I thought he was gonna
he
lose
did
by. I thought he was gonna lose by disqualification, but they gave him the win, cause
That's right.
yeah,
That's right.
because he gave an illegal hit in the back of the head to the Costa Rican,
Yeah.
but they let him. They didn't disqualify him. They ended the fight
Yeah.
because of that. That should have been a disqualification, but they gave
Yeah,
it to
really
him.
should have.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
just like Mayweather, little cocky dude, man. And did you see what he came out in?
Oh no, I didn't.
He came out in like we all thought he was wearing like Teletubby stuff, man.
Cause they kept switching back and forth because the Cowboys game was on, so they were
Oh,
switching back and
man.
forth to both. But yeah, I noticed that he fights a lot like Mayweather too.
Yeah.
The way he moves and the way he moves around and like the defense and stuff, he moves a lot like Mayweather. You
Yeah.
can tell he's trained by them.
Yeah.
You know, his fighting style is exactly the same.
He's good. He's good. It's
He's
just
good.
I just don't like that cocky attitude.
Me neither. But the McGregor-Mayweather fight, I thought McGregor did fantastic for his first boxing match.
Right? Yeah.
I thought he was going to win there for a little bit.
Me too, man. Me too. But Mayweather did at the end of it, the post fight
Yeah.
little interview. Whenever they interviewed him, he was like, "Yeah, our game plan was that we know, which was smart on Mayweather's part. We know that he's gonna go out there and just start throwing bombs, and so we're gonna wait it out until eventually
Well,
he gets gassed."
Yeah, that's what I knew it was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. Because I knew McGregor didn't have the stamina for a boxing fight. Everybody
Yeah.
knew that. But he did have the first few rounds, man. He did. If he caught Mayweather pretty good with some shots, man.
Dude, that
He wa-
uppercut.
If that uppercut got him good, I was like, ooh.
Dude.
Everybody was like, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, he did a great job. If he wouldn't have got gassed, he probably would have won. If he would have
Right?
had the
Yeah.
stamina.
Exactly,
Yeah.
man. If he wouldn't have gotten gassed, I completely agree with you. He would have kept having. He had all those. He was getting in all those points, And then whenever he started getting gassed,
he was using the jab real well. You know, he actually made Mayweather fight in this fight.
Exactly, dude. I was watching a little bit before we hit each other up to start to get the show going. I'm watching Joe Rogan Experience. It's episode. I got it up right here. It doesn't say, but anyways, it's him and Brendan Schaub, former UFC fighter. They're talking about the fight, and Brandon Schaub was saying, "Yeah, dude." He goes, "When's the last time you saw Mayweather actually have to try?" And McGregor got that out of him, and
he did.
Man, it was a
good fight.
Yeah,
it was a good fight, dude. It was probably the most entertaining Mayweather fight I've ever seen.
Yeah,
the Pacquiao one was good too, but McGregor was coming at him, dude.
Yeah, man. And they did give Mayweather did give McGregor props, man. Like he was a good opponent. And of course Conor too, man. He knew that
he knew.
Mayweather. Yeah, so two good warriors, man. And also, like, I think this fight put boxing back on the map because boxing has been dying lately.
Yeah.
Popularity wise.
Yeah.
But I think really. So it was entertaining.
It was entertaining.
Of course, I wanted Conor to win because Mayweather he knows he's a villain. He's okay with playing the villain.
Yeah.
But I mean, Mayweather is 50-0 now, man.
Yeah, if they count that, can they count that? Really? That's what they had a discussion on the Fan sports station I listen to about that. If he can actually count it, it's more of an exhibition fight, whatever, exhibition fight.
Yeah.
Really, you think about it, because Conor's not really a real boxer. You know, he's a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
Does it really count?
Right,
yeah, but
Huh?
One thing I didn't like about damn it.
Go ahead. You're good, man. You're good.
No. We always do that. But one thing I didn't like about it, after McGregor caught Mayweather with that uppercuts and stuff, was getting him pretty good. You see how Mayweather kept turning around after McGregor would come after him?
Yes.
He was guarding himself like a bitch. He didn't want to get hit again.
Yeah, and because he knew that Conor would go to those like downward those pummels, those downward strike pummels, which are illegal. Yeah. And so he was such a cop out, man. Like I was saying that too. Like, dude, quit being a bitch, dude.
He did it quite a few times, man. He kept turning around.
Looking at the ref, especially whenever Conor got him into the ropes, he'd look at the ref like, "Why are you looking at the ref for, man?"
Stop being a bitch.
Yeah,
you're in a fight right now.
Exactly,
you really want to fight the guy? Come on. I think that was what I think it was. You know, but McGregor, he knew that McGregor, if he would have stayed forward on that, McGregor would have just start uppercutting his ass and just coming down with the punches on him.
Exactly. And something else I noticed. Yeah. And something else I noticed, and I've noticed since the Pacquiao fight, or no, there was another fight where I'm gonna say he sucker punched the guy. So what happens is, like, whenever the ref breaks him up, he kind of puts him at a distance. The ref puts him at his own arm length distance, and then whenever he lets go, as soon as he lets go, they can start fighting again. Yeah. But what I notice is that so kind of like whenever the ref separates you kind of regroup. You gather yourself again, get ready. But as soon as the ref starts separating them, and as soon as his hand starts going down, Mayweather starts going in because he's trying to get him off guard. Yeah. And that's something that's... People are going to be like, Eddie, you're just hating. And it's like, dude, it's you're kind of being sneaky. You're being sneaky, almost cheap-shotting, man.
Pretty much.
You're not being a good sportsman by allowing the other guy, and plus turning around.
Mayweather was a little scared.
He was, man. I think he was.
was.
Otherwise, why would he be doing that, man? Why would he be looking at the ref?
Turning around.
Yeah.
Putting his ass to him and shit.
Yeah. Such a cheap thing, dude.
In what boxing match have you ever seen a boxer turn around and put his ass to the opponent?
Exactly,
like
dude. Yeah. Yeah, what are you doing, man? Why don't you move around? No, it's because you know what Conor's going to do. That's why you're doing
it. Exactly. He knows he's going to get fucking hit.
Yeah, and he's trying to see if he can get Conor disqualified too, man. So
that's exactly what it was.
Don't get me wrong, and to the listeners who are listening, to our two listeners, Omar and Yaz and G, and don't get me wrong. As a boxer, I have nothing but utmost respect for Floyd Mayweather. I think he's
a badass boxer. But
he's a badass. He's a warrior, dude. He can kick my ass. I have respect for him. He's a warrior. But just what he does outside of the ring and sometimes inside of the ring, it just makes me lose respect for him as a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like he said, and like other commentators I've seen, of course, the Joe Rogan Experience, a bunch of other MMA fighters. He's okay with playing the villain. So that's just shtick. And it's working because I'm complaining about him. But I mean, as a boxer, dude, he's still a phenomenal boxer. He's undefeated for a reason. I respect him as a boxer.
Which is crazy that McGregor would even take on that challenge to fight an undefeated boxer, but he didn't give a shit.
Nope. He knew, dude. They both knew about the money that was coming into this. That's what.
Oh my god, they got so much money from that,
dude. Yeah.
Oh my god, how much did McGregor get? Like $100-something million?
Dude, I think I want to say, I think I'm wrong. 600 million?
Oh, I think I'm wrong. Much? I think it might have been that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of money. I would get my ass whipped for that any day.
Right? Dude, you can retire at that point. You paying for your kids' college. You're paying for your grandkids' college at that point, man.
Oh yeah. You could pay for everything, anything. That's all you need for multiple generations. But I mean, I don't think McGregor will retire though. McGregor will go back to the UFC and kick ass even more.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people are saying, like, I can't wait to see like McGregor in the UFC again after learning how to box and being that good at boxing.
Exactly, man. Yeah. And of course, if Mayweather
he'll be even
went
better now.
I think so. Hey, man, he learns from his losses.
Yeah.
And that's what a true warrior does. A true a fighter does. They learn from their losses, man. And but if Mayweather went into the cage with McGregor, of course everyone knows McGregor. It would be McGregor's win at that point.
Oh yeah, he'd be destroyed.
Right. Yeah.
Mayweather would never do that.
Nah.
That's how big of a pussy he was. He would never step into the octagon.
Right. And
There's no way.
I think I heard somebody talking about it. Not to him, but I wonder how much Mayweather would agree to fight in the octagon. How much it would take. But I think Mayweather has enough money that whatever you offer him is going to be chump change.
It shouldn't even be about money at this point.
Right, it should be about yourself,
okay, well, he stepped into your ring, step into his ring.
Right, being a complete fighter, accepting a challenge. Yeah. But I mean, of course,
it'd be totally different. He wouldn't know what to do, I don't think.
Right.
Because he can kick, and you can grapple, you can jiu-jitsu. I mean, there's so much more you can do.
Yeah. Boxing on its own is tough, man. Boxing on its own is tough. Well, we saw that. We saw that.
It is tough.
But also, it's a different. There's rules, and the rules is what changes it up. Like people would ask. I saw interviews of people asking old kung fu fighters and martial artists that used to train with Bruce Lee, and they asked them, how would Bruce Lee do in a MMA fight? And they would answer, these MMA fights have rules. You're asking Bruce Lee to hold back? Is that really fair at that point?
I still think he ain't gonna have to hold back that much. He's just so fast.
Yeah. Well, one thing Bruce Lee would say, man. One thing Bruce Lee would say in interviews: to fight somebody, kick a man in the balls. Bruce Lee would say that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, it was definitely a good fight, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're like me, but every time I watch a fight in boxing or MMA, I start getting butterflies on my stomach. My heart starts beating fast.
Oh man, I was going crazy that night.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fun, dude. It is definitely fun, and Cheeto's brother-in-law. You know that boxing ring in Kaufman? He works up there. He trains his sons there. They're badass now.
Oh wow.
He's getting really good. He trains his kids. Yeah. I was like, I want to go up there and train. He's like, come up there.
Dude, yeah,
like,
man, do it.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Dude, it just not to
so far away, and I got shit going on already.
Right, yeah.
Sorry.
But dude, not just to like try to fight against somebody else.
No, just
kicking your own. Yeah, kicking your own ass in that training, man, it disciplines you so much, man. You like you've seen it in movies like Rocky and Creed. Is like you're your biggest opponent. You know, you're the one that holds yourself back. You're your biggest opponent, dude. Once you kick your own ass, dude, you feel invincible, and nothing else can defeat you, man. That's what I learned, dude. I learned that.
Yeah, I'd love to do it. He's a good trainer, man. His kids look great, man. I mean, they're doing good.
Yeah,
I mean, there's some boxers, man.
Yeah, I wanna join a boxing gym like that, dude. One day, man, I'll find myself back up in Dallas. And speaking of,
train with him.
Man, I would love to, man. Just the exercise is what I do it for.
Yeah.
And speaking of like, whatever career path gets me back up to Dallas, man. Part of the main reason why I went back to Blizzard was because it was a job that I knew, and the other jobs that I left for it suck so much. But I went back because there's opportunity for me to grow now, and like there's one thing is that esports.
Mhm.
Yeah, esports.
Yeah.
So Blizzard's doing that now, with their games, especially with like.
It's in the game.
Yeah, exactly. You know it. And so, the game Overwatch, there's a huge following now for esports. World of Warcraft has one. StarCraft 2 has one. Well, so now they're allowing people to help moderate that. And so Josh, he's one of the moderators. He's the go-to guy whenever they need somebody. And so now we have BlizzCon coming up, and so now we have. We're doing our own thing, so they're asking for a lot of people to help moderate that the live feeds. So I'm like, great, that's what I want to do. But I did find out from one of the managers that he says that most spots are filled up. It's gonna be hard because I'm still a temp right now, but by the time I get hired, by the time I go full time, then BlizzCon starts after that. So I'm like, dude, get me in there. Yeah, he's like, get me in there. He's like, dude, any other temp, it's gonna be a flat out no. But since you have experience here, we can make an exception. And he did say, but he did say that most spots, all spots are filled at this point. So he said, if someone bails out, if there happens to be another spot that they just happen to open up, we'll talk to you. I saw it as like one chance out of a million. Then there's a possibility I'm gonna make it happen, dude. So I'm just gonna talk my way. It was kind of disappointing that what I want to do, the chance is right there. It was already available, but then they're telling me it's already filled up. But what I'm gonna do, man, these next few weeks is I'm gonna work hard on my responsibilities that I have now, my duty. But I'm also gonna talk my way, dude. I'm like, look, man, I'm an experienced musician, performing musician. I've networked. I'm co-host of a podcast that I do some production work for it. I was a production manager for another podcast, dude. I know how to do this thing, man. I know how to multitask. I know, and because he did say that they're gonna give it to people that are really interested. Well, motherfucker, that's me.
Work for it, Eddie. You got it.
Yeah, I got it. Like that's what I'm doing. That's what my life is dedicated to, man. And I'm working on another project right now. More of this, man. This is what I want to do. I'm hungry for it, man. So I'm gonna have to silver tongue my way into it, dude. Just smooth talk my way.
I'm telling you. That's good, man. That's good.
I'm excited.
One thing you need to do is you need to go in there and you tell them they need to make a new fight night.
Do what now?
They need to make a new fight night. They haven't made fight night since I got the last one, the Fight Night Champion. They don't make all these UFC games. They don't make fight nights anymore.
Right? Yeah, yeah. Man, dude, all this stuff with Blizzard is growing. It's expanding, dude. So, man, if I can get up there, dude, I'll make it happen
Yeah.
just for you.
Yeah, just for me. They'll be like,
Yeah,
just for
dude.
one guy. But so you got another project you working on? What you talking about?
Oh no, just the documentary show that it's not
Yeah, I was
going.
about
That I
to.
haven't. Yeah,
I was thinking about. I've been thinking about this for a week or so. I needed to challenge Eddie, like I've challenged myself,
yeah,
and say, just take your ass to Austin, down the streets of Austin, and start making some videos. Start talking to people.
yeah.
Start doing it, man. You need to do it. I know
So
it's nerve wracking, but hey, man, I did it. I know you can do it, man. If I get on
yeah,
stage all the fucking time, you can go out there and you can talk to people and make the show happen. You
yeah,
gotta do it.
man.
So I'm doing this right now. I want to tell you in the next 2 weeks, I want to see some kind of video of you in Austin talking to somebody about the music.
That's a little different of what I'm trying to go for, but I
You're
see
not
what
gonna do
you're
your
saying,
music
man.
show?
No, I do want to do a music show, but the way I want to go about it is not just going down the street talking to people about it. It's more like I want to focus on one person, which
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not just like down
yeah,
the street, but go into the clubs, talk to
yeah.
the owner, talk to musicians.
So
Go scope out a good band that you like, a local band or any band that comes around a lot, and just go in
yeah.
there and say, hey man, you mind if I get a little interview with you or something?
Yeah. So what I do have here, man, because before you and I got back in touch, I was already working on it, and I was talking to three different musicians, and I did pre-production with them. I did like a pre-interview, and I
Yeah.
had this journal here with all these questions, and so I was working on that, man. So one of my buddies, though, one of the musicians, his name is Flavio. He's Brazilian, and he does that maracatu music I told you about, which was just nothing but
Yeah.
percussions. Um, so I would have to get. I want to do this right, you know. I'd have to get
Yeah.
somebody to help me, which is a hard part. But I am that's on pause right now because what I'm doing is I'm trying to work on other things to make that happen. And one thing actually I was going to bring up, speaking of this project, was so my birthday's coming up, right? And
Uh-huh.
I'm going to see if I can get it's on a weekend. I'm going to see if I can get that weekend off.
Uh-huh.
Because Yaz offered me to be her assistant, and she's got a couple of weddings she's going to shoot photography for. So
Uh-huh.
she said if I can get it off, she's going to hire me as her assistant. So then that's the practice I'm going to get in. So that way I can learn how to handle a camera. So I am working on it, just on the back end right now, not on the front end. So I'm working on it,
Right.
man. Like
Oh yeah.
she's sending me all of these videos on pretty much the basics of camera work and stuff like that. So I'm doing my part, what I can now. Uh, but if I want to if I want to just amateurly work on my project, I am gonna need a hand. Right now, my car is not working, so I'm having to find ways to get around. So
Uber.
the other problem is right now is that I am tight on money. So that's why
Ah,
I'm doing as much as I can now on my own, without a car, without the money. Um,
Uber's not that
I'm
expensive though.
right.
It's pretty cheap.
What I
Just
am also doing is so Vice, and we've talked about this before. Vice is like a news organization. They have different segments, and they have one on music called Noisy. And whenever I first heard about
uh,
Noisy coming out, Noisy came out like 2, maybe 3 years ago. I panicked. I was like, "Fuck, that's my idea. They're fucking doing it." And I watched a few
yeah.
episodes. No, they're doing something completely different. Okay, good. And so, and just yesterday, that's something else I'm doing. I'm doing my homework on the competition, quote unquote, the competition, to make sure they're not doing what I'm doing. That way, I can learn from what they're doing and avoid doing the same thing. So I'm still working on it, but on the back end, not on the front end right now. I'm doing my research. I'm doing all of this work. And so the difference with Vice News and then their music show called Noisy. I
Yeah.
love Vice. Well, no, I'm not gonna say I love Vice. I like Vice. I like some of their their articles, and I like some of their pieces that they do. But Vice is still going for that. They have what's the word I'm looking for? They have an agenda.
Right.
I'm gonna say that. Like just yesterday, I watched this one video. I'm gonna have to go through my history on YouTube to look for it. But it was this rapper, this black girl from Chicago, and they were interviewing her, and she's just talking about, yeah, my music is about rebellion. It's to stop all these attacks against black people. And of course Vice is gonna do one on her because it fits their agenda. It fits the current events, which is good. I get it. That's journalism 101. But that's not what I'm going for. I don't want to go for that current event kind of thing. I want to talk about, because it's not talking about the music per se. It's talking about how she's using music about the current event. See what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to talk about
I understand.
music, how you work on it, the source, your practice.
I would do a. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
no, you're okay.
Each individual musician, I would ask how they got into music.
Exactly.
How the music has changed their life, and how do they get into the style of music that they're into right now.
Yeah.
And what were their influences to getting into this style of music, and stuff like that. Everybody's an individual. Do it like almost like these cooking shows you watch. I watch a lot of Food Network, so they go in and they talk about how they got into it, how their life before, and
exactly.
And how they were brought up, and
also exactly. But also, I want to be like the struggle that they're going through with trying to make it for one's like local artists. Of following them a day in their life. I'll be the host, but I'll have the camera following. They'll be showing me a day in their life. But it's not just.
It's almost like an Anthony Bourdain kind of.
Exactly. And it's not just going to be about that. It's not just going to be about the struggling kind of artist. I also want to go to like some Native American tribal dances and just learn the history, the background of their tribe, the instruments. That I want them to break down how to make the instruments from the very first piece to the second piece, what each instrument means. Dude, I want to go to like a guitar factory where they build them. Talk about that. I want to go to like a rehearsal studio and talk about the importance of how important a rehearsal studio is for local musicians and for traveling musicians. I want to talk about all that. You know what I'm talking about?
You should. But you gotta get started now.
Yeah, dude, believe me.
I know you're working on it. I know you're working on it, and I'm very proud of you for working on it. But at least do some research on like people that build instruments in the Austin area, which I know they do, because it's Austin. It's like one of the music capitals of the United States. There's got to be somebody that manufactures guitars, their own brand of guitars, or something like that.
I'm glad.
See if you can find a place and then go up there and then say, hey, I want to do a little interview, and I want to do it if you will give me, a chance to come through your factory, and I want to do a little interview, and I want to put it on my show I'm starting, and do that,
dude.
Man.
Yeah, so I can do that. Because that's what I was helping with in the last podcast that I was in. Whenever they were working on their similar idea, after I told them what I wanted to do, so I know how to like set up interviews, get in contact with the owner, send an email, so I can do all that. But here's something else too, and I'm glad you brought up the music scene in Austin. This is something else I'd like to do a piece on, talking to different musicians in Austin, which I have the idea. I just have to go out and meet them all. So like what you said. And Yaz was talking to me about some musicians she knows here too. But here's what I want to talk about: the music scene in Dallas. I mean, in Austin. They say it's the capital, dude. But I've been talking to some other musicians here as well. This one guy that I work with, his name is Ben. He's new. He started with me. He and I were talking about this. We were talking about how the music scene in Austin now is not what it was a long time ago, how it's the capital, music capital of the world, because it's changed. So I've never been to Los Angeles, but I listen to a lot of other musicians, a lot of comedians, a lot of other actors from Dallas. From Los Angeles. And in Los Angeles, dude, there's a lot of phony people because everyone's trying to step on everybody else so they can make it, right? the music scene to me, here's how it's been from my experience, and this is something I'd like to do a piece on. I'm probably gonna get a lot of people pissed off, but I'm speaking it from the way I see it, right? So the music scene in Austin now, it's the music capital of the world, right? So then everyone flocks over here. Everyone flocks over here, but it's becoming like Los Angeles, dude. No musician here, they don't look out for each other. They don't network with each other. All the musicians I've met here, dude, they're stepping on each other, dude. So just like Los Angeles, everyone's trying to make it, they're stepping on each other. Everyone's phony, dude. Everyone puts on these fake personas that they're, oh yeah, I'm really friendly. Like they'll make their Instagram feeds, they'll do their little YouTube videos that I've seen, and they're like, come see me. Like there's this one girl, I'm not gonna say her name, but there's this one girl that the last podcast, she was one musician that I met, and they talked about it, and then they were like, hey, so and so Eddie wanted to ask you some questions because he's working on a project himself. So I started asking her questions, and so I've been following her around, but dude, it's just all fake, dude. In the end, like she models on the side too, which is fine. But she's using her.
Everybody's a model.
Exactly, dude. But she actually does model on the side.
Yeah.
But
you say
on
that.
Her,
all these people that I have on my face, I have like 3,000 something people on my face, and I have all these chicks on my, all of them models on the side. But they're not. They're fucking not models.
Yeah.
Man, you don't work for you don't actually work for fucking a modeling agency or anything like that. It's some bullshit you made up.
They pay it themselves just to have those shots, to make it look good on their websites. And whenever I see them promote their music, like this girl that I'm talking about, I'm not gonna say her name, she'll post videos, she plays a violin, and I'll see her post videos of her practicing, but wearing like tight ass little boy shorts, man, like tight ass little booty shorts.
Oh, you told me about that.
Yeah. So it's phony.
She's trying to get attention through
through her looks.
Yeah, her looks.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
what all of them do.
Dude, and that's something else I want to talk about. The music scene, like I want to get into the deep, dark, bottom, ugly truth about the music scene in Dallas. That's the kind of show I want to talk about.
That's what
not
you
just
need
about
to do.
And so, but also, dude, the musicians I've met here are not who I want to work with, not who I want to interview here. Right. So like, I don't know if I want to say this story on here. I don't want to. I'm not gonna say this story. I'll tell you this off the air.
That's all right.
But yeah, you know, whenever we were in my last entry, and whenever we were trying out for guitarists, and before you were a guitarist, I mean before you joined the band, we were trying out other guitarists, and some people would be like, oh hey man, my nephew, he's been playing guitar for 3 months, why don't you try him out? Like, bitch,
3 months.
Yeah. Like, we're fucking, this is a business. We're not
this is
people
a
that
real
don't know
band.
Yeah. We're not just taking somebody just because they play guitar. Like, there's way more to it, though. There's a work ethic to it. In 3 months, is he ready to start breaking down shows, you know, setting up on stage within 5 minutes when it usually takes you like 20 minutes to set up your guitar and your amp and everything and sound check?
They don't know how to do it.
No.
It's all about having somebody that's experienced.
Yeah,
experienced and somebody that works with the musicians that you have. You have the same idea, like a lot of the same characteristics. Like you write the same kind of music. You're into the same kind of music. You have experience. Exactly. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. I've had people say that shit too. Like when you got somebody that like I've had when I put my music out sometimes, I'll have somebody, hey, if you ever need a guitar player, man, and I'm like, you're not. Or
dude,
it's like you don't even know what the fuck you're doing. Not even good. I'm looking for real musicians.
Exactly, man. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And so some people, like, I don't want to just go and find some musician here locally for my show, dude, because it's not what I'm looking for. They're not what I'm looking for. They're all a bunch of just phony people. And I have a friend, dude. I'm not gonna say her name, but she knows other musicians. She always invites me to their shows. But dude, it's those kinds of people that are like, Marilyn Manson kind of people. They just go up there. They way over the top the way they dress, playing dark music.
I
and
hate that shit.
Yeah.
I've played a lot of shows with people like that. Trust me.
Yeah, but then these musicians have dancers, dude. And it's, dude, they're artists. No, they're not, dude. They're about the fashion and the look. They're not about the music. They're not about the artist. They're not about the struggle. That's what I want to talk to people, is the struggle. They're not about the struggle. They're about the phoniness, dude. And that's what the music, the Austin music capital of the world. That's what it is to me now, dude. It's phony.
Yeah.
It's not about music. It's about phoniness. Like what I imagine what all these people talk about LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I think Dallas is getting a little bit better than Austin for music, but
dude, yes, of course it is, man. Of course.
Deep Ellum came back, man. You know.
I'm so happy about that, man. Yeah.
But you got some phonies out there too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's true.
I've been around a lot of them, but yeah, I've been wanting to write some new stuff, man. I've been thinking in my head. I've been trying to write down lyrics, and I want to do. Which I know you'll love this. I've been listening. You know, I've always loved The Word Alive, but
yeah,
I've been listening to a lot. Have you heard of the new song "Misery"?
Dude, I cannot. Dude, I have played that song every day, at least like 5 times in a row.
Same, yeah. Fucking, I fucking love that song. That's the style I want to do now. Or there's not really any screaming and stuff. You know, a whole lot of screaming.
Yeah.
Or anything, but I want to do more of my vocal parts. You know, in there.
Dude,
you know?
Yeah, I'm down for that, man.
Yeah, and I was thinking, you know, I've been thinking, we could just do it together.
We can, man. We can.
I can do it. I mean, we don't need a band right now. We just get the music out there, then we'll get members later that want to play, like professional musicians. But I was thinking we should like get some like little promo shots of me and you, and we'll just come out with a new songs. I'm about to start working on a new song along those lines of Misery, kind of like that. Not the same like style, like lyrics or anything, but like, you know, I love that style. That's kind of what I wanted to go for.
Yeah, dude.
That's kind of how, you know, like that Moose Knuckle song we did. Well,
yeah, exactly, dude. But Yaz offered to do some shots for us, man. So try to get down here, man. Or I'm gonna see if she and I can make a trip up there, man.
Hell yeah, for sure,
dude.
Man.
But man,
That'd
believe
be
me,
awesome.
man. Yeah. Dude, believe me, I know I talk about it a lot, but believe me, I am working on my project as much as I can right now, just doing my research on the back end. I want to do it right. I know it's not going to be like TV network worthy, but I want to do it the way I'm imagining it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't want to just half-ass it.
Yeah, I know.
And dude, and the way like what we're going through, man, what we're doing, I think you and I would make a great episode, a great, like, I'm gonna call them chapters. I think you and I are gonna make a great chapter, man, especially with what we're doing, this podcast, you doing stand-up, me working on this, trying to work on this documentary, dude. I think that would be a great one, because I think you and I have some great stories to tell.
Absolutely, man, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I got a situation.
Yeah. Oh, tell me, man, what's up?
I get home today. I ain't got no water.
Oh, shit.
No water pressure. I haven't called them yet. I just figured they're working on something, but I haven't checked it since we did the podcast. And I don't have any fucking water. What am I gonna do? You know, I gotta take a shower.
Shit, dude. You didn't miss a bill, did you?
No, my bill is like, it's a set bill every month that goes into the rent. It's like,
man,
in with the rent.
Dude, in the front office, the office is closed right now, man.
But I can call the emergency line and they'll figure it out. But why would my water be off?
Right? Yeah. I wonder if your neighbors have their water turned off too.
I was thinking about, I'll text my neighbor here in a minute. If it's not on after the cast, I'm gonna call my neighbor right behind me and see what she says about it.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, and it fucked up.
Yeah, it's like, why am I paying the bill for? I wonder if there was like an emergency shut off or something happened, dude. Yeah, hit up your neighbor, but then call that emergency line, dude.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Corey, dude, I thought this was a great cast, man. I like when we talk about our passions. Of course, humor. And dude, I'm
It was
excited
a real
to
passionate
see.
cast.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's what we're about, man. And I'm excited to
Yeah.
see what we come up with together after what you told me the kind of direction you want to go music wise. Because I'm excited for that. I'm
Oh,
totally down for
dude.
that.
Yeah, dude, I think we can do it ourselves for a while, and
Yeah.
we'll just be like have some badass pictures of just me and you, and put out this music, and everybody be like, "Oh shit, we should have fucking done this."
Dude, whenever our music starts getting
Yeah.
known and getting popular, then the music, if you build it, they will come. The musicians will start coming in asking to be part of it, and then we'll be able to set the standards. We'll be able to
Yeah.
make the rules, tell them how we want to work. If we're like
Right, exactly.
no drug addicts, we're not just a
Yep.
party band. Don't waste time partying and being around people that do drugs. None of that
Yep.
shit, dude.
Yeah, fuck.
We
the
got
drugs.
this. Yeah, dude. We got this, Corey.
Oh yeah, dude, I got some great ideas for new songs, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I'm gonna
Man,
start trying to work on some new stuff here at the apartment, and then bring it to Kevin and see what he thinks.
Dude. Hell yeah, man. I'm excited. Dude,
Yeah,
you
but
get
that's
you got
the
me all
direction I want to
excited.
go. Is the Word Alive kind of direction.
I'm glad you're saying that, dude, because that's the kind of style that I love.
Yeah, that's what I love too, man.
Hell yeah,
It's
dude.
really good, really good.
Hell yeah.
But I got this chicken marinating, and
And you need
I
some
got
water.
I know, I'm parched. I'm like that damn that damn fucking, what do you call it? The water fountain right now.
Oh,
Anybody
yeah.
got some water?
Oh man. Dude, I like
Somebody's
that, man.
been in here hitting it up hardcore, just sucking
Wrapping
down
their-
on my one.
Damn, dude. Yeah, get that taken care of, bro.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on. Well, it's been a good cast, but
For sure.
oh yeah, I'll talk to you next week.
All right, bro. Hey, if you go Thursday for open mic, good luck. Break a leg, and take a bite of that chicken for me.
Oh yeah, I definitely will. I appreciate it, man. You have keep working on that show now.
I am, man. Believe me, I am.
All right, man. Later.
Later.
You said